Hi and welcome. I'm Jennifer Britton. I want to welcome you to the first community call for 2020. And I've entitled this one, Kicking Off a New Year, Focus, Productivity, and Your Annual To-Do List. This is going to be part tips call and part working call. It should take us about 30 minutes. And this is one of a series of twice a month calls that I host around my writing. If you haven't met me before, my name's Jennifer Britton. I am the founder and CEO of a company called Potentials Realized. We offer training, consulting, and coaching services, primarily focusing on support in several areas, with leaders, with teams, and also with remote workers. We finally provide support for entrepreneurs as well. Stepping into our 16th year in a few months, we've been able to be, I think it's really been a privilege to serve clients in a variety of different industries, from financial services to healthcare, to education, to safety, to transportation, and working with a lot of different sizes of small businesses as well. So today's call is grounded in really the work and writing that I've done in the area of PlanDoTrack and Coaching Business Builder. And this work, and you can find it at coachingbusinessbuilder.com if you're a coach, or plandotrack.com. It is grounded in this notion of consistent action with focused attention in a daily or regular fashion creates some momentum. So just like the way we can create some momentum if you're starting to go down a hill, it is, it takes some time at the front end, but once we get into the flow of things, things really move. Another analogy, of course, is the dominoes. And as you think about how dominoes flow, that's quite an amazing flow of momentum as well. Today, we're going to be doing some work around not your vision, but actually what's on your annual to-do list. And if you haven't had a chance to take a look at vision, I hope that you will. You can check out my 2019 call on YouTube, my YouTube channel. You can search Jennifer J. Britton or Effective Group Coach, and you'll find a playlist there for planning, for PlanDoTrack. PlanDoTrack, of course, is my workbook planner that came out about a year ago, and it's been really well embraced by remote workers everywhere. If you are a coach, you might be interested in Coaching Business Builder. So PlanDoTrack and Coaching Business Builder are very similar in that they are workbook planners, undated planners, so you can start using them at any time of year. And I would note that they are an annual, quarterly, monthly planner, not a full-blown daily planner. Really is taking that high-level view. So today, we're going to be talking a little bit about productivity and what you want to create. I thought it would be interesting to start off by just sharing a little bit about sort of where I'm hoping to go in 2020. A lot on our dashboards, right? And three things that are important to me. First of all, is looking at Parkinson's rule. Parkinson's rule I first read about in Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Day Work Week. And Parkinson's rule asserts that tasks expand to the time that we give them. I do a lot of work in program design, in design of team sessions, and that could be a very lengthy process. I have multiple projects on the go at any given time, and so it's really important that I do get very focused on putting some boundaries around how much is enough, because programs will continue to evolve right up until the moment we start. So Parkinson's rule is going to be very key to me, as is discernment. Discernment is a topic I was speaking about last year in 2019 around how do we really think about what's important? And I think this needs to link us back, or it does link us back to the big picture and vision. And I've got some work for us to be doing on that today. Now, discernment is helped, as is Parkinson's rule, of getting things done by metrics, right? We want to be tracking the things that we do. This is why PlanDoTrack was called PlanDoTrack, to really be noticing the data, noticing the metrics. And one of the tools that I've been encouraging people to be thinking about right now is, of course, our monthly daily trackers. So this is one that I've just started for the month of January. Obviously, we're only a few days into the month, but I'm tracking things like revenue, blogging time, time spent on a 60-day. I've just launched a new program called the 60-Day Accelerator. How much time am I spending there? How much time am I spending on design, or with speaking, or with getting in personal things like my swimming, my walking, connection with people that are important as well. So monthly daily tracker, this is one of many of the tools that you can download or have in your books. I would say it's not a download. These are analog planners And they're analog for a reason. And I think one of the things that we're really seeing happening these days is just information everywhere. So what are the systems that are going to help you with this? And one of the things that I'm doing this month is working using one notebook for the entire month of January. You'll see me using this as we move through today. So today's area and focus is about helping you create an annual to-do list. And I'm curious, we're going to work through a series of prompts here, 30 to 45 seconds only. I'd like you to think about what is linked to your vision. As you think about your annual plan this year, what are the key things that are linked to your vision? We're going to take just a few minutes. You can either do a quick spelling out of some of your core things on your master list, or as you think about your vision, what is linked to that? What are your goals? What are the things that are linked to your vision? So let's take a minute. I'm going to start my clock here. We will take 1 minute for you to reconnect in with your vision. What's most exciting? What are the things that you want to make sure you do focus on? 1 minute. All right, you'll hear this timer go off quite a bit as we move through our session today. As you consider your plan and items that are going on the list, what are some of the things you want your work to look like? Let's take 2 minutes to work through some of these categories. 12 months from now, this time next year, what would you like your work to look like? Financially, client goals, product goals, etc. I'll let Nicole Cameron come in here. Hi, Nicole, welcome. How are you? I'm in the middle of a community call. Did you want to drop in and join me for the community call this morning? Maybe you're just checking a link. All right. So annual plan, link to vision, and we are also going to be looking at product goals as well. So what are the client goals that you're working on? And also lifestyle goals. All right. You can always come back to these questions as you think about your annual to-do list. Maybe this is evolving. What would wild success look like for you in your business? Again, wild success. All right, we're going to move to the next question. What are some key activities you want to add as well to your annual plan? Take a look and think about what else needs to be added to that plan. Okay, out of your annual plan, what is absolutely essential? What are the essential things you want to make sure you do, always do? All right. Are there any maintenance activities that you want to focus in on? Let us know. There, I think with anything, we may be repurposing. One of my themes for this year is called the 3 Rs: repurpose, republish, repackage. And so, what are the maintenance activities you need to or want to be focusing on as you get going? All right. And where do you want to grow? As you think about this new year, what are the areas that you want to grow in? All right. Always a growth edge. And who can help you? Think about who can help you with these growth areas. Is it a coach? Is it a mentor? Is it someone else? All right. So we're going to just jump forward, and I hope that you will take a few minutes to really reconnect with your top 3 to 5 goals for the year. Work through it. One of the things I'm doing in the 60-day success program is really looking at how do we make sure that these are smart and smart goals. If goals are not motivational, it's unlikely that we are going to do them. And I think there is a danger at this time of year that we do a lot of work around goal setting, but what is the motivation behind them? What is that energy or that essence? And many of you would know that I spend a lot of time working with icons. I've done a couple of icon polls in the last couple of days. And I wanted to do that with you. I wanted to just pull from some of the icons I've pulled together for a project under the Remote Pathways banner. If you haven't checked out my new podcast that I co-host around remote work, check it out at remotepathways.com, or it's called the Remote Pathways Podcast. You can check it out on your regular podcast viewer. Now, I'm working on a guide for new remote leaders, and part of that involves icons. So I've got 90 different icons here. I'm going to pick 3 different icons just randomly in this, and let's see what comes up. I think to this notion of goals, we want to make sure that there's some energy around the goals as well. And this is where icons are really transformative or translational as well. So I've got 3 here. What's interesting? We've got the roadmap. I've also got the scale or balance. And I've got one here on the back is our roadmap, but on the thing is like the 2 partners together. I think this is to signal collaboration. So maybe, what is the balance for you on your roadmap? What is the balance, or what is it to scale? I think there's also a scaling issue here. And how might you collaborate? Collaboration, scaling, roadmap, some key themes for you to think about as you go. Once you've done your planning, there may be a quarterly to-do list under all of this. And I don't know if you've been able to outline sort of your top goals in each of the quarters. Take some time to think about what's on your quarterly to-do list. Think about Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. I want to give you just a couple of minutes right now to note down your goals for each one of the quarters. All right. I have personally gotten up to Q3. Let's take another minute and keep working on your Q4 now. Okay. One of the things that I continue to offer is a quarterly end reflection session. Check it out. You can also check one out online. I'm curious, beyond our themes for the year, for me, it really is about scaling. That is one of my themes. It's about the roadmap and doing a lot around remote pathways, as well as being a thought partner. So whether I'm doing team days, whether I'm doing group coaching, whether I am working as a mentor, whether I am working in leading my own team, these are some of the key themes. But I want to give you a moment to think about some of these icons here on the screen for yourself. What is the icon you want to embrace during 2020? And take a moment to write it down. I hope you enjoy that. Just a reminder, there is a 19 for 2019 productivity course that came out last year, but as I said at the start, many of those tips are really quite still pertinent. Um, the ones that I shared in terms of Parkinson's rule, in terms of keeping a focus, you'll find those all there. Hope that you might join me in 2020 for some work together from one-on-one coaching or maybe doing a half-day VIP strategy session. I will continue to offer annual programs through the Coaching Biz Growth Lab, as well as the Learning Lab and Design Studio. And that joins our other suite of CCE approved programming, group and team coaching, virtual facilitation, and also mentor coaching. I'll continue to do virtual retreats on a quarterly basis. We did a lot of them at the end of the year. And now as we move into the new year, it's really about planning and execution, getting things done. So what's going to help you do your best work? How can you keep this work top of mind? I hope that you've taken some notes as you've gone today, put them in a place where you are able to really keep them focused, keep them on site and on target, and think about what's going to support you as you move forward. Here's our list of winter programming. As always, it's really a pleasure to connect in with you. A lot of programs starting later this week and next week. I am back, of course, with the next quarterly plan, and our call next week is going to be looking at visual cards in action. So I'm looking forward to recreating a blab that I did back in 2013, 2014 around working with visual cards, and you'll see how we might integrate those into our work. All right. Thanks for joining us. Groupcoachingessentials.ca, as well as potentialsrealized.com. And with that, have a fantastic first week of work. Thanks for joining us. See you soon. Bye-bye.